B2B Cambodia, the portal for business news in Cambodia.
I'm B2B Cambodia's Darshana. Thanks for watching. Today we're sitting down with Anthony Galliano, Group CEO of Cambodia Investment Management, to discuss his career, business expertise, and what led him to establishing a new strategic collaboration with OBOR Management. Hello, and thank you so much for speaking with us today. Firstly, could you tell us a little bit about your background and your experience as well in your career?
Sure. I actually started my career in banking. Funny enough, I started my career as a teller and a safe deposit security guard. And I loved banking and I always wanted to be a banker. So I spent 17 years with Citibank in corporate and investment banking. My career is sort of divided into two parts. It was focusing on really corporate banking, which is sort of financing for businesses, whether it's loans or working capital, or even for foreign exchange settlements, risk and things of that nature. And also then the other half of my career was in something which is very interesting now. It's what we would call security services, and it involved custody, security settlement, brokerage, clearing, fund administration, trust work. So the sort of now products that are arising in Cambodia. I spent also 3 years with the ANZ Bank. So my career spanned working in 6 countries over that 20-year period. I started out in New York on Wall Street. I worked in London for 5 years, Brussels for 3 years, Hong Kong for 3 years, Thailand for 3 years, Indonesia for 2 years, and Cambodia for 2 years.
Wow.
So I lived most of my life outside the United States, actually.
Okay. And what brought you to Cambodia, and how long have you been here now?
So I think we're hitting our 16th year anniversary in March next year. So I've been here effectively 15 years plus. I came here with ANZ Royal Bank in 2008. I was the corporate bank head here. And in 2009, late 2009, I started my own business.
So what businesses have you started here and how have you seen them grow?
I didn't start the original business I intended to start. We wanted to start with banking-related finance, which would have been really corporate finance. And there wasn't a market for it at the time. So we started what I call annuity businesses. These are business services that companies really are in high demand, and they actually pay regular payments so that your cash flows are pretty steady. So I had a serviced office business, which I still do. It's Phnom BG Serviced Offices. We have an accounting and tax business, which is our largest annuity business, focusing on tax preparation, tax advice, helping with audits. And now we have also accounting services. We have 5 CPAs that are working for us. We're an insurance broker as well. We have an HR business, which we do recruitment, HR advisory, NSSF, payroll, PEO, EOR, those types of services. B2B is one of our babies as well, our recent babies. The first company we started is actually called Cambodia Investment Management, and that does a whole array of services, corporate registrations for new companies that are coming in that need to start companies, corporate secretarial work, change of shareholders, change of address. That also is a company that we do corporate finance and investment advisory. And I say investment advisory, it doesn't mean we take money in and invest. It means that we assist with companies that are on a consulting basis that may want to acquire another company or may want to sell their company. We do due diligences to help companies evaluate the risk of an acquisition. Also some work in terms of agreements. When you work in banking, you've seen every agreement possible. So lease agreements, share purchase agreements, joint venture agreements, any kind of agreements that would be involved in a corporate finance transaction.
So how have you engaged the government and all the different ministries in your role as Group CEO and also as the former president of the American Chamber of Commerce? And of course, you're also part of a lot of different business associations.
Right now, I'm on the board of the Cambodia Restaurant Association. I'm on the board of the Cambodia Insurance Brokers Association. I'm the former president of AmCham, former treasurer of AmCham in Cambodia. I also have a position in Laos as the vice president of the American Lao Business Association. And I'm on Working Group D as well for many years. Also kind of started with, I was actually with Eurocham, and I was on their tax committee, and we kind of rolled out, contributed to it, the white book that they issued in their first tax forum. So I was the chairman of the committee at that time, but very involved in government. The dialogue with government is very important. We may sometimes feel it takes a long time for the government to digest and actually act on what's being recommended by the private sector, but I think the government's done a spectacular job overall in listening to the private sector and making some adjustments in policy that have actually made this country a very good place to invest. And it's important to engage the government, even though businesses may feel frustrated that it takes longer than they expect for some things that will support them. It happens in the end, and I'm very happy to be involved in engaging the government.